The FA Cup. You know the FA Cup. It's that thing that looks like Gary Lineker. I used to be a fan of the FA Cup, with its giant killing and surprises. But these days it's more like a World Cup qualifying campaign, where the big teams always win anyway, and the semi-finals and finals just look like those crap pre-season tournaments in Japan. Maybe I'm just bitter from watching Palace get to the 2016 FA Cup final and lose to one of the worst Man United teams in living history. Anyway, welcome back to another video and the latest instalment of Jim Does Predictions because he can't think of a decent video idea. I know I normally do a song on a Friday, but I've given you two songs already this week, Sanchez and Mkhitaryan songs, and both of those seem to be going pretty well, and judging by the comments, you guys seem to like them, so thank you very much for that, it's much appreciated. And ahead of the FA Cup 4th round weekend this week, I thought I would just give my predictions on some of the games that are happening. There are 16 ties in all happening across the weekend, but I'm not going to preview all of them, because some of them look incredibly boring. I'm looking at you, Huddersfield versus Birmingham. But let's pick out a few, starting with Yeovil versus Man United in that classic FA Cup Friday night spot. It's essentially Alexis Sanchez versus a bunch of farmers. Yeovil's in Somerset, right? Whereas Man United usually like to park the bus, Yeovil are probably going to park the tractors. Despite this, I'm a romantic, it's a Friday night, I fancy an upset, so let's go for Yeovil 2, Man United 1. Newport County manager Mike Flynn once scored in a 3-1 Champions League qualifying win for Barry Town against Porto. Barry Town sounds like a character from Phoenix Nights. And now he faces the potential of another scalp as his League 2 side take on Tottenham in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Sadly, he can't play because he's too old. But his Newport side did knock out Leeds in the last round, and I fancy them for another shock here. I'm going to go for Newport 3, Spurs 2. Peterborough versus Leicester pits another lower league side against top flight opposition. In the last round against Fleetwood for Leicester, it was the Jamie Vardy derby, and this round it's the no one derby. I couldn't find anyone that's played for both Peterborough and Leicester. It's never happened. I think the Foxes are going to progress in this one again. 2-0 Leicester. Liverpool versus West Brom pits an enigmatic manager who says what he wants and doesn't care what anybody thinks, getting his team to play football only the way that he knows and doesn't give a damn what you think about him. And Jurgen Klopp. There's going to be goals galore in this one, and if you saw how happy Liverpool were when they clawed back for a late draw against West Brom a few years ago, imagine how happy they're going to be when they inevitably beat the Baggies this time round. 3-1 Liverpool. Southampton Watford pits a team who used to have Marco Silva as their manager against a team who are probably going to have Marco Silva as their manager in a game that I'm dubbing the Marco Silva sort of derby. It could easily be a Premier League game against two teams both very low on confidence and very low in the Premier League table, which is why I think they'll both probably put out reserve sides and not be too fussed if they win this one or lose this one. I'm going to go for 0-0. After their fantastic giant killing result over holders Arsenal last round, Nottingham Forest were rewarded with a trip to Hull. Pretty terrible prize. I expect them to continue their run at the moment and beat Hull 3-1. Millwall Rochdale, boring. 0-0. Chelsea versus Newcastle pits a manager that Chelsea fans hated when he was in charge against a manager that Chelsea fans hate now he is in charge. The Blues are struggling on and off the pitch, not least with their transfer target list that currently has whittled down to Peter Crouch, Ashley Barnes, Frank Lampard, Stamford the Lion and Milkshake Duck. I could actually see Newcastle taking advantage of Chelsea's uneasiness at the moment. 2-1 Newcastle. Wigan West Ham. W versus W. And I'm going to give the W to West Ham. 2-1. And the final game of the round is Sunday afternoon. City against City. Cardiff against Manchester. Blue or red against blue. Are Cardiff red or blue these days? You can't see past Man City in this one. They're still on for the quadruple. So I'm going to go 3-0 Man City. Right, that's it. Those are my predictions for the FA Cup this weekend. Comment below with your predictions for the FA Cup 4th round. Do you agree with me? Am I way off the mark? We'll get to Monday and we'll find out just how little I know about football. Like the video if you enjoyed this and you want to see more prediction videos in the future, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe for weekly football content on my YouTube channel. Maybe even hit that little bell, join the notification squad. Shout out to Pie Sub for more pie for turning on notifications. Pie. Right, that's it. Have a great weekend. See you next week.